Toledo Public Schools. A proud graduate of Woodward High School. I want to thank Representative Michael Ashford and Senator Edna Brown for convening us to focus on Senate Bill 5 and how it will harm our middle-class communities. We are pleased to be here. Toledo teachers and paraprofessionals thank everyone for rallying around all public workers. You know, the people who bargain collectively are a vital part of Toledo and Ohio's economy. We are customers, we are consumers. Senate Bill 5, as George said so well, won't create jobs, it will eliminate jobs, and will harm our community and others throughout this state. Ohio Republican legislators ought to be more focused on creating jobs rather than scapegoating those of us who provide essential public services. Our governor, Kasich, is turning back the clock to a time when many in our society did not have a seat at the table. And that included females. It included people of color, when we were expected to stay in our place. You know, many of us were privileged a few weeks ago when a trio of national leaders came to our community and began the morning at Pinewood Tabernacle Church. Al Sharpton joined with President of the American Federation of Teachers, Randy Weingarten, and Secretary-Treasurer of National A.M.E, and brilliantly collected labor, civil rights, and education, and brought home to all of us how we are in this struggle together. And among other things, Al Sharpton said that taking away collective bargaining is a violation of the civil rights of all of us. And Lee Saunders said that all of us, from all of our various communities, need to connect with one another because it's about respect and dignity. Senate Bill 5 is intended to undermine people who lead very simple and honest lives, working on behalf of and caring for others. And that fits the faith community and public workers to a T. So I thank you again on behalf of all of us who are public workers in this community, and of course, especially on behalf of the people I represent, teachers and paraprofessionals. Thank you. Thank you.
Good afternoon.
I tell you, I am happy to be here today in this beautiful facility. Isn't this a beautiful church?
Yes.
I want to tell you something else. Yeah, give them a hand. They should be having meetings like this in every church in Toledo. Some churches don't have the gumption to have these type of meetings with their membership. They're afraid of it. We're in a war for middle class and working people. And we can't be sitting out there for the wolf to come to somebody else's door. When they come to somebody else's door, they're coming to your door. I got to watch because 5 minutes, and she told me she'll pull me off. I just got to make a couple of good examples that I think. One of them is our Governor Kasich. In the paper, and as his remarks, he said he was in a Bob Evans restaurant, and there was an older female waitress waiting on him. And he knew she had shabby medical coverage. He knew that. And he said it's wrong for her to have to pay taxes to pay for other people's health insurance. He did not say we got to bring her up. We got to bring Bob Evans to bring that lady up who's a single mother working, raising kids, and probably a grandchild. Because that happens. He didn't say that. He said we've got to bring the other people down. That's at the state level. At local level, you have the same thing going on with politicians who forget where they come from. And we're going to take them on. We're going to fight them. Mayor Bell. Yeah, that's right. I'm telling you, I'm a real good friend of his father. and I thought I knew Mike Bell. He got elected, and he forgot where he came from. I come from that neighborhood, the old North End. We didn't know we was poor, but we were, but we had fun, because everybody was that way. He became fire chief. How did he become fire chief? He became fire chief because of the unions, because of the promotional exams. You remember back in some of the days, there wasn't many blacks that was promoted within the fire ranks. It was a fight to get those promotions and those up there where there were standards, and you met those standards, you got the job. Now he wants to eliminate that. Exigent circumstances. Eliminate that. You've got other people. You've got council people the same way that forget. And I'm telling them, we're taking them on in November. We're taking them on.
Right.
School board. School board. They got the school board in negotiations now. I tell you what they're asking for to give back. We know there's economics times. We know that. Unions will work with the employers when it's economics. The things they're going after are not economics. They're social. And we got to stand up and protect that. We have to figure out how to get our parents involved with the students in school. We can't use that as a dumping ground and a babysitter. We've got to give them that. I tell you, Mike, I was a product of that from Woodward High School with that, and I'm telling you, I'm proud of the public school. But we've got people that do not respect the teachers. And those people can be the superintendent and also the Board of Education themselves. So we're going to be looking at that also. You've got out there at the University of Toledo, Dr. Jacobs. Dr. Jacobs. What he did was terrible. What he did was terrible for the University of Toledo Medical Center. They had a group of food service workers. Not high paid, I'm telling you. There's only 8 of them that would qualify to receive benefits out of 46 people. He come up with a proposal to privatize that, to get them out of there so they'd work for a private employer. Those people would lose all their benefits, their pensions under PERS, and go to work maybe if they're hired by the private contractor, maybe get hired for it at less money. That is a total shame. When they got paid out there 4 months ago, and I might have this figure a little bit wrong, but it was over $300,000 in bonuses. Bonuses! And they're taking the lower end that people right now qualify for benefits. Take them off of those benefits that they got with the union. And that is totally wrong. The things that they're doing it's just unbelievable to me. Every day I look at the paper and see that. Maybe when you're old, it's an advantage, because you've been there and seen what they did in the 60s, seen what they did in the 70s, seen the mass layoffs when I was president of Local 7, and Edna was the secretary of Local 7 Union, and we went from 1,700 members down to 900 in one layoff. And I had to sit there and look each person being laid off out on the street in the eye and tell them, you do not have a job anymore. You do not have a job anymore. And to see men tear up and cry and say, what do I do tomorrow? Where do I go? I mean, it's heartbreaking. And that's what they're getting back to now. They want to bring everybody from the standard of living we're at now down. Not to bring other people up. No. General Electric, Newt Gingrich, I just read this. It was in the paper today. All the money they make, they did not pay 1 penny in taxes. Not 1 penny. Because they was able to finagle around and get the benefits. And my time's coming up, and I'm going to get ready to run. But Newt Gingrich says that was creative. You try to be creative. See where you go. You get 3 meals a day. Thank you. And get fired up. Get the signatures. Get the people out to vote.